Welcome to Mitchell Maths. In this video we're going to look at expanding triple brackets. Now I'm going to presume that you know how to expand double brackets. I have got another video if you need to recap that on expanding single and double brackets. Now the thing about expanding brackets is you've got to multiply everything by everything. And the first thing you need to do when you're expanding triple brackets is expand the first two brackets. So we're going to first expand x plus 4 and x plus 1. So x plus 4, x plus 1 is going to equal x times x is x squared. X times 1 is plus x. 4 times x is plus 4x. And 4 times 1 is plus 4. Very important point is I need to combine and simplify the first two terms before I go any further. So that would be x squared plus 5x plus 4. Now what I've got is I've got x squared plus 5x plus 4 multiplied by x minus 3. So what you need to do is you need to multiply the first two brackets out first, and then you can go on to multiply out this last bracket. I'm going to need to multiply everything by everything again, and therefore I'll start with x squared times x, which is x cubed. I have x squared times minus 3, which is minus 3x squared. Now I'm going to go on to 5x, which is 5x times x, which is plus 5x squared. And I'm going to have 5x times minus 3, which will be minus 15x. And finally, I'm going to go on to the last bit, which is a plus 4. Plus 4 times x is plus 4x. And plus 4 times minus 3 is minus 12. So you can see it's a bit like what we do with double brackets, only you've got 3 terms in the first bracket, and you need to make sure that you multiply each of those terms by both the number algebra and the number in the last final bracket. And do remember to simplify it, else it makes it a bit more complex if you don't, and before you start. Now we need to combine the like terms. Well, I've got x cubed on its own, so I'll just have x cubed. I've got minus 3x squared and plus 5x squared. That'll make plus 2x squared, because plus 5 minus 3 is 2. I've got minus 15x and plus 4x, which will give me minus 11x. And I've got minus 12, which is a single number on its own. And that's my answer, x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x minus 12. If we have a look at this one, expand and simplify again. We've got x minus 2, x plus 7, x minus 3. I'm actually going to switch it around to make the numbers a bit smaller at the start. I'm actually going to multiply, because it doesn't matter which order you multiply it in, I'm actually going to do x minus 2 and x minus 3. I usually like to do the more simple ones, multiply them together first, but it will work whichever way around you do it. I'll have x times x, which is x squared. I have x times minus 3, which is minus 3x. I have minus 2 times x, which is minus 2x. And I have minus 2 times minus 3. Negative times a negative is going to be a positive, so it's going to be plus 6. I'm going to combine the middle two terms to simplify it before I multiply it by the third bracket. So I get x squared minus 5x plus 6. So always simplify those two middle terms before you start multiplying it by that final bracket. I've got x squared times x, which is x cubed. Remember, you need to multiply all three terms by both of these terms. So I've got 7x squared. I've now got minus 5x times x, which is minus 5x squared. And I've got minus 5x times plus 7, which will be minus 35x. And finally, I've got 6 times x, which is plus 6x. And 6 times 7, which is plus 42. And now I can simplify it. I've expanded it. I've got x cubed. My next two middle terms is plus 7x squared minus 5x squared, which will give me plus 2x squared overall. I've got minus 35x plus 6x, which will give me, well, minus 35 plus 6 is minus 29x. And I've got plus 42 at the end. And that's my answer, x cubed plus 2x squared minus 29x plus 42. And the final one we're going to do is expand and simplify x minus 5 cubed. Don't fall into the trap of cubing the x and cubing the minus 5, which would get you x cubed minus 125. If you do that, you'll get it wrong. You need to think of it as x minus 5, x minus 5, x minus 5, so you're timesing it together 3 times. So first of all, like the other ones, I'm going to put it into double brackets and multiply out. X times x is x squared, x times minus 5 is minus 5x, minus 5 times x is minus 5x, and minus 5 times minus 5 is 125. I'm going to simplify the two middle terms before I move on. So x squared minus 10x plus 125. And I'll write it out here. And I'm going to need to multiply every term in the first bracket by every term in the third bracket, or second bracket now even. So I'll start off with x squared times x, which is going to be x cubed. I'll have x squared times minus 5, which will be minus 5x squared. I'm going to have minus 10x times x, which is going to be minus 10x squared. I'm going to have minus 10x times minus 5. Negative times a negative, so it'll be a positive, which will be plus 50x. I have 125 times x, so this is going to be quite a large number. It'll be, actually it should have been 25 there, shouldn't have it? Not 125, so it's going to be 25 times x, which is plus 25x. And it's going to be 25 times minus 5, which is going to be minus 125. I was going to be ahead of myself there. And we'll combine the terms. We'll have x cubed minus 5x squared minus 10x squared, which will be minus 15x squared, plus 50x plus 25x, which will be plus 75x, and minus 125. So that's how to expand triple brackets. Hope you found that helpful. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video and like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. And for practice questions, please visit my website, www.mitchellmathsandscience.com. The link is in the description.